Warning, the following broadcast, starring two of the 5 more uneducated members of the mediocre chart racing pop rock band Massive Wagons, may contain swearing. We apologise if it causes offence. All opinions are our own.
All right, then, here we go.
All right. Yeah, that's it, love. Yeah, 2 bacon sarnies and a pint of coffee. Yeah, cheers. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
45 minutes? You're joking, aren't you?
For the benefit of those who can't see us, who are listening on a podcast,
All right,
on a podcast platform, they can't bloody... we look like we're sat in an old chip shop.
This is some sort of like roadside truckers cafe.
Vintage, innit? I think this is where we're going to live, though, from now on. We'll get tart it up a little bit, make it look a bit nicer, but...
I kind of like it. It's a throwback, isn't it?
It's very throwback. Very throwback.
I wonder if they still sell this stuff. I want this in my bedroom.
What is it? It's not wood, is it?
I don't know. You know, it's like...
It can't be wood.
I don't know. It's like chip. It's like... Is it like a chipboard?
Yeah.
Like really
It's
thin.
a nice effect. It looks fancier than it actually is.
It's from a time, innit?
It is from a time.
It's got a... It's from an era in time, is it?
Yeah. A long gone era.
Obviously, most of the viewers on our podcast, they're not old enough to remember stuff like that because they're so...
Yeah.
It's all youngsters, isn't it? Eh?
But yeah, we're slowly, shaping the new building that we're in into a new. This will be where we cast our pods every week. We'll make it look a bit nicer.
Yeah.
But of course, if you're not watching on YouTube, you won't make a shy bit of difference to you anyway, will it? So
maybe we can have the first 5 minutes of this podcast as an optional extra to the people listening.
to the video people.
Yeah. Because it makes no sense.
Yeah. Anyway, let's crack on. Yeah, Triggered Podcast.
Yeah.
So,
I haven't got my list of things, so we better not run out.
To be honest, well, we got a good one.
We have,
can you remember who mentioned it?
It was our boss, Terry.
Oh, was it Terry?
Terry's, yeah. Well, thanks very much if you've commented on the Triggered Podcast Facebook page. We do have one of those. We're up to date and everything. And get a lot of people commenting on there. Like, try to respond to everyone. It's really good. Thank you very much. Good crack on there. Lots of things getting people mightily pissed off this week. Some of them, it's just digging an hole. We're not going to go into them, But Terry came up with a good one. Our boss here, she said, how do you feel about bands that play cover songs? Cover songs.
Ooh. You mean that throw them in into a set?
I don't know. I mean, throw them into a set or record them and put them out. It's quite a big debate, really, isn't it? Some bands it works. Some bands, it's such a strange one. Some bands get chastised for it, and it's. Do you think it comes down to like a time in their career when they do it? Sometimes, do you think there's a time to do it, or certain bands can get away with it and certain bands can't?
I think the choice of cover is so important.
Yeah.
Some are like if you're putting your own kind of spin on it. Just to pick a random one that came to my head. When Limp Bizkit did the George Michael song, I thought that was great.
Brilliant.
It just worked. It was like, it's a fantastic song anyway.
Whether you like Limp Bizkit or not, it's you got to admire the. It was. They took something completely out of their zone and made it wheelhouse. That's right. Yeah. Now you see, I posted. It was a total coincidence, but I posted on Facebook the other day what I feel is the ultimate cover, which has split more people than I care to think. But a lot of people love it and a lot of people hate it. I don't think you like it at all.
You know about the Priest?
Johnny B. Goodbye. Yeah. Judas Priest. I remember I always I love the original. I love Chuck Berry. I love his. And my dad said, have you heard the Judas Priest one? Years ago. And I was like, no. And they played me and I was like, yeah, this is fucking ace.
I don't think he's awful. I just, I don't know. No, it doesn't...
Because they make it their own, though, don't they?
They do.
Well, it's hard. Well, they fucking have to make it their own, don't they? It's Judas Priest, isn't it? Sounds stupid playing it like Chuck Berry, won't it?
Yeah, well, I love Priest, and I love the original. It just, I don't know. I think it's just because it's that song. I think it's just because it's like...
Cliche?
It's the ham sandwich of the... Of the... Well, it's like...
Chuck Berry fans are switching off in their own.
No, I'm not saying... I'm not saying that. I just mean it's like the Mark I rock song, isn't it?
You might as well cover a whole lot of Rosie, yeah?
Well, I think it's even sort of more foundational than that, isn't it? You could trace almost every band going back to that
song.
And
those songs, yeah.
So,
It is funny. Little thing there that just it appeared in my mind as I said, "Whole Lot of Rosie." It is funny because we used to be a cover band, didn't we? Years ago, when we first started, for a couple of years, 2 or 3 years, we were a cover band. Enjoyed doing it until it got so tedious and boring. It was unbelievable. But no matter how hard you think of songs, you always end up playing sort of 60-70% of your songs are the same as the band that played the night before or the band that played the week before. You always end up with, don't you?
Back in them days, though, you were kind of, well, if you wanted to be asked back, you know, as
Kinda
a cover
had to, I
band,
suppose.
you had to play the songs that people wanted to hear, didn't you?
Crowley and Crazy Train and
I
Paranoid.
thought we blended a few of the less.
Oh, we did,
because we played like Blackstone Cherry songs.
Yeah.
At the time, which were like, you know, brand new songs, and
Yeah, nobody was really doing them, was it? Even the Airborne stuff.
No.
Not we used to play Airborne, didn't we? Nobody was really playing that, was
was
it?
it Audio Slave and whatever. Did we do Audio Slave? We did.
And we did, which I was listening to on my phone before, and I found myself singing to it, and I was amazed I could remember all the bloody words. Was Blackfoot? Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Yeah.
We did that for a while, didn't we? What?
ABBA.
ABBA, yeah.
Oh, that one. We look, gimme, gimme, gimme.
But no, that's a great tune. That.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, really, really good. Yeah, like, yeah. Well, I mean, bands that do that, play cover bands. Absolutely nothing wrong with them.
Oh no, well that's what they do.
They come and they play the pub. Wedding bands are, you know, there are people out there making a living out of being very good. You know, doing very good covers of pop, rock, whatever.
Yeah, we've done a few weddings, haven't we?
We have. We're not your typical wedding band.
We're not a wedding band.
No,
It's official.
no, they're not. One thing that they kind of like, the bride and groom might be into it, but then, you know, Nana in the corner,
She not into it.
she doesn't want to wear,
She's
you
not
know,
in it.
Rain Wizard and
Kill the King.
Kill the King. You know, she's not.
No, she does not.
It's not a toe tapper. You can't jive to you can't jive to
No.
you know, Ozzy Osbourne, but
You could try.
back then we kind of just did whatever we wanted to do, really.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't really.
I mean, we did carry over a few. I mean, we always carried over a few covers, didn't we? For that, they're always handy to have, aren't they? As an original band, sometimes you know you decide to chuck a cover in. Sometimes it works, don't you?
Yeah, I think
Some people love it, some people hate it.
it's weirdly how like we did it at like generally in Europe, like at the end of a set. Don't know why, because the vast majority of people there, you're playing to new people anyway. It's like, sod it, let's play a cover, and we play a cover, and then, you know, the people that were on the fence, it can then win them over. You know, it's a bit of a well, no pun intended, a bit of a cheap trick, because that is a cover that we cover Cheap Trick, but it is a bit of a cheap trick to kind of to win those people over. But I think it's a valid weapon in your arsenal to use.
So do you think there's a big difference between, because some people love it. I mean, we used to get sometimes. I know we played Hard Rock Hell. We played Hard Rock Hell once. We played it a few times on the main stage once, and we threw in 2 covers. I think that set. We did like an hour's set, and we played Kill the King, and then at the end we might have done Down Down. Right. And the place was rocking, like absolutely rocking. But you always get, and again, it comes out of social media and Facebook and all that crap. I know you always get people saying, "Oh, play your own stuff." It's just stop playing, don't play any covers, play your own stuff. It's like
it was 6 minutes out of an hour.
I think when you're playing a hefty chunk of your own stuff and it's going down well, I think you can throw I sometimes like watching a band and seeing them throwing a cover. If it's a great cover, if they do it well, it's worth doing, isn't it? You know,
it is. It just entirely is down to the right cover. I think
Thunder, they do a lot of covers, don't they? Did they do them live? I've heard a lot of recorded covers.
Well, I mean, they did "Give Me Some Lovin'," which was who did that? Can't remember. It was on the Blues Brothers soundtrack, wasn't it? You know, the
Give me some. I don't know.
Can't remember the original. Give me some lovin'. Give me some lovin'. That was my.
Give me some lovin'.
That's why Bowser and Steve did the backing vocals.
Yeah. I know the song. Yeah, somebody else.
Anyway, but they I think it was quite. To be honest, in their instance, I love Thunder, but that is a song I would gladly never hear them play again. And it's like a staple in their live set.
Is it right?
And I personally don't care for it at all. I think it's like, not that it's bad. I just think it's a bit of a dull song, to be honest. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know why. They do a few other covers though. I mean, they did like "Gimme Shelter," you know, Rolling Stones.
Right,
That's a good one. And they did a great cover of "In a Broken Dream," which was, oh God, here we go. In a Broken Dream.
Sounds like a Disney song.
No, I think it was, I know, is it Rod Stewart sang it?
Oh, okay.
It's going to annoy me. It's on the tip of my tongue. Winwood. No, anyway, and that's a perfect example of a well chosen cover because they did it in their own kind of way.
I've got a Thunder CD in my car. It's like a live CD. It's got about 6-7 tracks on it. I think it's off a Classic Rock magazine, and they do. Did they do Fortunate Son? I think they do a Creedence song. I'm sure it's Fortunate Son. That's banging.
Maybe
that's
I
banging.
don't know that one, but yeah.
It's either the one where he did 747 coming out.
Oh, Travelling Band.
It's either Travelling Band or Fortunate Son. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's rocking.
Yeah.
But Creedence are great, aren't they? Great.
Oh well, they must be one of the most covered bands ever. You know.
Yeah.
Tell you what was. I mean, all right, an example of a song of a cover that was done for all the wrong reasons, and but it worked for them because it was absolutely colossal. Was when Fish Fingered Pack Lunch, Five Finger Death Punch did Bad Company. You know, Bad Company's self-titled song. You know, Bad Company.
I know, I don't. I don't really listen to them, to be honest. I can't.
And it's all like it was all heavily kind of militarized. The video, you know, Bad Company, yeah. All the GIs and whatever, and it was like, well, whatever. I mean, it was the right thing for them, but it brought, I don't know. It's like not a patch on the original.
It's not in the true sense of the original, is it?
No, it's lost all.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Every ounce of soul from it.
Yeah. It's been made into it's been monetized.
Yeah, it's been monetized. Yeah, and
turned into a.
Let's not pretend that this isn't all about money. You know, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But it was so kind of shamelessly done. Well, not that you should have shame for doing that. Really, I just, me personally, I thought it was just a bit lame.
Yeah, another band I don't. What do you think about the Disturbed?
Sound of Silence.
Sound of Silence.
I thought that was pretty epic, actually.
He's pretty good in it.
Yeah.
His voice is unbelievable, isn't it?
I remember hearing that for the first time. I was coming back from.
I'm more of a fan of the original myself.
Well, you're not.
I am. That's what people say in it. I like the original better.
Yeah, well,
that's what people say about everything in it.
But I mean, it's so vastly different.
Yeah, it's not. No.
But I remember being. I think when it would come out, how long ago? Quite a while ago now, 5-6 years ago. Anyway, I think Scott had just been born, and I went out with Nicola for the first time in ages into town, and we had like a few drinks and a bit tipsy, and we come in a taxi on the way back, and it came on the radio, or the taxi driver played it, whatever, and he cranked it up. And we both just sat there listening to it, and, you know, as it builds and builds, and it was like, bloody hell, what a song. And we got back, and we were like, you know, looking for it on YouTube and listening to it again. Because it was like, unbelievable. Really well, innit?
They've obviously sat down and taken a lot of time. And the thing is, for me, I mean, we have never recorded a cover. We've obviously played loads of covers live. We don't really play them anymore, to be honest. I don't really miss playing them. But, I often think, would it be the right thing to record a cover like that? And I would like to do it just because we've never done it, and sort of as a challenge, you know, and just to do it, really. But it is all about picking the right song in it, and that is a process and a half in it.
Yeah,
we have talked loads of times about what would we cover, and you know, we've mentioned it online, and people said, oh, it is Slade and all that. You know, we do Slade. You know, we're a bit Slade. You know, we're loud and bright, and we're big fans of their guys. Well, would we cover a Slade song that might be too obvious? You know. I mean, like the Disturbed and the Simon and Garfunkel thing, that's not obvious, is it? No. It might be obvious to him because he's a massive fan, but it's not obvious to Disturbed fans, is it? So do you pick a song that... It's just a process, isn't it? And it's so much effort for it to be a flop and to be used rubbish, you know?
Yeah, and I think you have to pick a song that, without sounding pretentious... I'm going to sound pretentious, but it resonates with you as the artist. There's a reason you've got to want to do that song.
Yeah,
you know, it's got to be like, well, there's a meaning in this song that I want to kind of I want to get across.
It has to come from a part of your life or something. It has to be something that meant to you, that signified a moment in time for you or something. It's a personal connection. Or
not that the content of the song has to be deep and meaningful, but you have to. It has to be more than just let's play that song. I like that. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe it can be. I don't know. Maybe I tend to overthink things. So.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But it's been absolutely crafted, hasn't it? That Disturbed song. They've just. Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
Produced all the way down to the timpani and everything they use in it. You know, it's and then the video. It's a massive production.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are they from, Disturbed?
Think New York. I think.
Are they right?
I think they're
Right.
New York. New York.
Not really a band. The other song is the wah, that one.
Yeah. Hey, I'm whacking here.
And whack in here. Yeah, that's the other big one, wasn't it?
I think they're. I think they're New York. I think. Oh God! I remember. Sorry, my brain isn't working. I can't remember his name.
Well, I don't know.
David Draymond, is it the main dude? Pretty sure.
Something like that. I don't know.
I think he's big on the New York scene, whatever that is.
But yeah, no, cover songs. I don't know. Yeah, it works for some bands. It works for us. Do you like it when? Do you like it when bands cover them? I know bands always have. I know bands always put their twist on it because that's who they are, and it always sounds like them. But or do you like it when? Because some people like take them and completely change them, don't they? Like completely change them. There's some covers like you get them on these like American TV series where you'd get like there was one that used to have Paranoid on it. He played Paranoid by Sabbath. It was somebody with an acoustic guitar and it didn't sound nothing. It didn't even sound like a Sabbath song.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't know if you've heard that version.
No, but
it's incredible.
I know what you're talking about.
It's like turned into a folk song.
Yeah, well,
and the only way you know it is by hearing the words and you go, I recognise them words.
Yeah.
It's not the music though.
well, sometimes you hear these covers like that, and it's like you almost think, why didn't you just change the words and then say you wrote it? It's that different, you know. There are songs that I can't think of any examples right now, but I've heard covers before that are so radically different. You'd think like, well, it's almost got so little in common with the original. Why not just you could have rebadged that?
Do something yourself.
Yeah.
Do any of your like because you're I know we're going about it. I know you're not like some sort of nerd about it or anything, but like you like the prog stuff. Do any of those bands? Like, has Stephen Wilson ever done it? Played any covers or Rush? Or...
Stephen Wilson.
Is that fucking beneath him?
Well, do you know what?
Covers?
Well, you make the joke, probably, and if you look, I love Stephen Wilson, but yeah, he says some pretentious shite. But Rush did an album called Feedback. Actually, it was when they had that sort of at the end of the 90s. There was some sort of like tragedy with a Neil Peart's daughter and wife passed away, and then they had like a sort of a 5-year hiatus, and then they came back, and I think they came back with an album called Feedback. I think it was the first thing they did, and it is like just 10 covers, and it's all like it's like the Who, Cream, you know.
Because they eased him into it, didn't they? I remember watching that documentary about him at your dad's house that time, and they said, "Oh, well,
didn't want to go back to recording albums and whatever." It was just sort of like, you know, it's understandable. But yeah, they did an album, and to be honest, some of them are great. They do Summertime Blues.
Oh right, yeah,
Eddie Cochran.
Yeah. I'm gonna raise a fuss, I'm gonna raise a holler.
They do the Seeker.
All right,
Seeker's on that, and yeah, it's just like they went back to they did an album of songs that kind of inspired them. You know, late '60s. So
yeah, that's weird.
That was cool because like. Other than that, no, there's no covers in Rush back catalogue, you know.
No.
And then I think on the couple of tours that followed, they actually played some, you know. But no, it's not really something in the prog world, is it? You know, you don't really hear.
No, that's it. No,
covers of that.
I suppose the nature of does progressive music. That's what it stands for, isn't it? Progressive.
It's
music.
progressive, not regressive rock.
Yeah. Reg rock. Is that we've just invented a new genre? Eh?
Reg rock.
Progressive
rock.
I do like a cover. I was faffing about out there before, and I had my phone on, listening to some songs, and a cover that came on I've not heard for years was a Black Spiders doing "Kicked in the Teeth."
Oh yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
That was one of the first. That was one of the first Black Spiders songs, if not the first Black Spiders song I ever heard. And I remember hearing it and thinking, "What have they done here? I'm not keen on this." But the more I listened to their own music and then listened back to that, I was like, "Yeah, that is banging. It's like down tuned in it." And just absolutely.
It's like Doom, like a Doom version.
It's absolutely brilliant. If you've not heard it, check it out.
Yeah.
It'll be a few years old now, won't it? But they're back on the road, aren't they, the Black Spiders?
They are, yeah, with the Hot Damn supporting.
Yeah, that's the next tour coming up, yeah.
But no, covers in general, I don't think there should be any controversy about it, really. Like I said, sometimes there's like obvious kind of cash-in covers. I mean, speaking of, no, we did that. We did a video for.
We did, didn't we? Bit of critical, innit?
Well, we did a live. we did a live recording, and it was genuinely live of Rag and Bone Man.
If you're wondering why it was so terrible,
it's because it was live.
because it was completely live.
Roaring live. We did it at our last unit. We just opened the invited a mate around. He did 2 passes of us with the camera, and we just played the song twice, and then we just used the audio from the best take, which was probably the first one. And then put that out, and because it was a fairly sort of recent song, we never done that. We never covered a song that isn't a rock band. I don't know.
No, I heard it on the radio because we'll get that flipping half an hour long conversation about covering songs like UFO or. Sorry, before I go on, that's a great cover. Is that the Europe cover?
Love to Love.
Love to Love. Oh my god, that is amazing.
That's on YouTube. Yeah,
That's one of the best. In fact, I was listening to the radio. Finally, and I'm going off on a tangent a little bit here, but I finally watched all of that. Have you ever seen is it Heart doing the Led Zeppelin Stairway to Heaven?
Yeah.
I've watched bits of it, and it was on Instagram the other day. The whole 15-minute version or whatever. So I watched the whole thing, and it was amazing. And that song, not the world's biggest Led Zeppelin fan, I've got to be honest, but that song is incredible. And I was thinking to myself, what are the songs as epic and as that? And it's a great song, and I think Love to Love is in the same. I think it's a song in the same vein. There's not many other songs in the same vein as Stairway to Heaven. I don't think.
No,
but I think Love to Love is. I think Love to Love is such an underrated.
Well, UFO in general,
classic.
They're just
unbelievable song. One of the best songs ever written. I think anyway.
Yeah, UFO just
masters, aren't they?
Don't know why never quite reached that level. Well, it was probably
a number. I could probably think of a few things
why they didn't. But then again, he didn't. I don't think Zeppelin was shy from.
No. There you go. No, there you go. But I'd like to cover. I think covering a UFO track would be.
Yeah, I like to think we're quite like UFO. And that's I know that sounds like you sort of. I'm overly bigging ourselves up because UFO are amazing, and I think they're, they're incredible. But they don't necessarily have one single sound. They can wind it back and they can
crank it up,
and everywhere in between.
And they're leery when they need to be, and sort of classy when they need to be.
Don't know about that.
Unless you've read the book, of course.
Oh, it's a brilliant, amazing band, and there's lots of loads of covers I like, loads of covers I don't like, but I never really judge. My personal opinion is I never really judge a band, for doing covers.
Don't judge a band by its cover.
Don't judge a band by its covers. Hey, that's it. That's what the video is going to be called.
That's the tagline.
That's the thumbnail right there.
Never judge a band by its cover. No, brilliant. Fair play. Yeah,
but
Rag and Bone Man. Yeah, no. Well, I had that on the radio, so. Oddly, I was driving, came on the radio, and immediately was like, "This a rock? That's a rock song. That's a rock song." And then we brought. I had to listen to it, and there was that. It was that, or there was another. What was the one you suggested? That was another banger as well at the time.
There was. I know. There's this. It's a Jonas Brothers song. Actually,
that's right.
It's called "What a Man Got to Do." I thought that's just it's a rock and roll. Tune,
Yeah.
Just with some. Boy bandish kind of ooze on it, really. That was ooze, not ooze.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
God.
Not boy band ooze. Like slime. I don't
mean
that.
But
yeah, I don't know really. I don't know what the I don't know whether we will do a cover in the future.
Or release one.
Yeah, properly record and release one.
Maybe it's like the people that do them at the end of they blatantly do it at the end of the Rod Stewarts and the stuff in it. They're on radio too, I've got this album coming out. It's 25 covers covering the Beatles and the Beach Boys. It's oh fucking hell, nobody wants to hear Rod Stewart sing the Beatles, do they?
Well,
sorry.
As
much as I like Rod Stewart,
Handbags and the Glad Rags was a good one for Stereophonics.
Well, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
But they also. Oh no, it wasn't. That wasn't a cover. It was a collaboration. That one they did with Tom Jones.
Oh,
Mama told me not to.
Mama told me not to come. Oh, can I hear that song?
It's appalling, isn't it?
Oh my god,
it is an appalling song.
Get in the bin. That is an awful song.
It is. I don't know. There's something about it. It's just
it is awful. Yeah. Handbags and the Glad Rags is a great song.
Want some sugar in your water?
It's terrible, isn't it?
Oh, whiskey in your water is.
I love the Stereophonics as well, but that's terrible. But the cover they did on Jules Holland with he's amazing with the Black Crows. Fucking hell, I can't remember the song either. The Black. Google it. YouTube it. Black Crows and Kelly Jones from Stereophonics on Jules Holland. Amazing. He's about 10 foot tall, and Kelly Jones is about 2 foot tall, and he looks absolutely like it's like Gandalf and Frodo. But that's an amazing cover, is that? But they're definitely not. Don't judge a band by its cover, and if they're doing it live, don't boo. Don't give them a hard time unnecessarily. I don't think.
I do think as well, though, certain songs have hit a kind of, that sort of status, like only a band like Heart, and I guess it's kind of it's relevant to the event, isn't it? Where they're on, where they were honouring.
I think so. Unless Robert Plant walks around with a medal.
Oh, that was it. Yeah,
all the time, which I'm sure he's entitled to.
And they're all sat there in a row, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
looking all smug.
Yeah,
look at it. Oh, they'd never know we ripped all these songs off. But anyway, it takes.
Said Adam Fizzleworth.
It takes a band like it takes Anne and Nancy Wilson to sing a song like
unreal vocals.
You'd never if you were in a festival and a band suddenly started ding 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 ding, and you'd be like, oh god, here we go, right? You
pull up a chair.
This better be good.
It needs to be good, doesn't it?
Well,
they had Jason Bonham on drums, and they had an orchestra as well, and a backing and a choir of about 30, obviously amazing singers. Not taking anything away from what's her face singing, like she was absolutely amazing. But when it builds and builds, and they're all going, and they're all wearing bowler hats as well. All the band, for. John Bonham used to wear a bowler hat, didn't he?
Oh, did he?
Jason Bonham come out in a bowler hat. And then all the choir are wearing bowler hats as well.
Oh, Bob. I was thinking of top hats when you said that. I was like, did he wear a top hat?
He might have done. Kept his piranha in a top hat, apparently, yeah.
But yes, I like a good cover when it's the right done properly.
It's done for the right reasons and done tastefully. It's good, isn't it? Definitely.
And I went out over Christmas. Just into Lancaster, watched a couple of lads, local band called Salt of the Sky, played, and there was just the singer and the guitarist, and they were in the John O'Gaunt, and just playing acoustic style covers of all kinds of genres. I had a great night, honestly, like 2 or 3 hours, and it was just because I don't really go and watch bands anymore, and if I do, it's generally original music, but it was just. Because they were very good and great harmonies and a lot of fun, and it kind of reminded me like how much fun that can be.
No pressure, is there?
No, there's no pressure. They just turned up. They were just dead chilled. And
bands aren't judgy when you're playing in pubs, really, are they?
No.
You're crapping yourself when you're doing it, when you start doing it. But after you've been doing it a few years, you realise people are just there. They just want to get pissed and sing and dance, and it's a great feeling. It's the best gigs ever in the pub.
Yeah,
it was a lot of effort, with a lumping the flipping PA in and out every time and playing for 2.5 hours. But it was amazing. It was good, amazing.
Yeah, that's some great times. Great times with covers, and we've mentioned this before. But if you're a band starting out, don't shy away from the cover. From a cover or two,
no,
could do you good.
Definitely.
And especially if it takes a lot of effort to get a full set of covers together, but. It's a good way to learn the ropes to find out what you're good at, and it's paid practice.
If you're starting as a musician, you want to play guitar, learn your craft, and learn stage craft and crowd, learn how to deal with the crowd and all that. Yeah, learn covers, get out, get paid some money with that. But if you've got any good covers, mention them in the comments. Any ones we should check out by anybody we don't know about. It'd be good to hear your opinion on it.
That's a good idea.
That is a good idea. Yeah. So like and subscribe, and it is bell. Whatever that means, some bell or somewhere.
There's a notification bell on YouTube.
Right.
Yeah, I've got to be honest. I never hit it when I watch my shows on YouTube.
All right.
But I probably should do. I'd be curious. Let us know in the comments what the bell does. No, but yeah, like and subscribe. Because it does mean a lot to our humble little podcast.
It does.
And we'll be getting. I think over the next few months through this year. I think the YouTube channel will be becoming a little bit more active. We'll be getting a bit more content.
We're out on the road, aren't we?
Out on the road, and we've got this place, and there's plenty of scope for good stuff, more good stuff. So
until next week.